just for a minute. Close your eyes for a second.
All right, guys, let's try and cover episode 4 of the Real Housewives of Potomac. First things first, if you're new here, thank you for joining us. Welcome to my channel, Poshcateyes Unfiltered, and thank you for subscribing. Comment, like this video, and share this channel with your friends. With that said, let's just get into the quick recap of episode 4 as we navigate this particular season. So by way of commentary, not a lot happened. It's pretty much I'm struggling to find content for this particular episode, but the highlights were, for me, basically summarized into 4 aspects, and that is 1, Mia and her needy friends; 2, Karen's current legal situation with regards to the DUI bust; Stacey being boring and just the dynamics of the girl group whilst they were away in North Carolina. So there was still a little in terms of drama that happened in this particular episode. We'll probably get to see more of the conversation starters from this episode at the conclusion of this episode, which would then transition into episode 5. Now, the episode begins with the girl well and truly on their way to their vacation spot in North Carolina, with the exception of Stacey, who decided to travel by road following her personal family-related trauma with regards to flying in the particular month they had booked this trip. Now, this is the first vacation trip for the girls, and this is hosted by none other than Mia. Like I did say, on the ride, Mia was with Karen, and she decided to bring up the DUI pending legal drama. She wanted to know if Karen would admit to what she did or what went down. And again, to be fair to Karen, this is a criminal matter, and when it's a criminal matter, everything and anything you say will be used against you in a legal court of law, and this is where you have legal representation to speak on your behalf. So for Mia to be stupid or calling Karen out for not disclosing what happened is quite kindergarten of her, because you know that the best form of defense is to keep mum. And so whilst Karen said, I am not going to speak on this, I've got my lawyers on my behalf, you continue reading what you're reading from the internet, get your feed, get your high from the internet, and leave me alone. And then with the girls hanging, I think, I'm not sure, I know Giselle and Wendy, as well as, I don't know if it was Stacey or Jacqueline were riding on the other car, whilst Jazzy, Kiana, and Ashley were on the other vehicle. We know Giselle and Karen had this little beef with regards to the invite brouhaha that happened in episode 3, where the group was literally divided. Some group had to go for Karen's event, and the other group, who decided to be a little bit understanding, trying to make both events at once, ended up getting kicked out by security for trying and showing up. Now, Giselle apologized, but she's yet to have a conversation with Karen. So safe to say that this conversation is going to be happening at this particular girl's event. Now, Wendy is of the opinion that the conversation should happen before her birthday, so it does not ruin her birthday. Selfish Wendy, okay? Jacqueline, on the other hand, has got a few questions to answer, and that is the situation with surrounding her friendship with Mia. We're going to get into that very shortly. We did get to hear from Mia that the group find Stacey boring. If you followed my recap from episode 3 with regards to Stacey and her friendship, boyfriend, ex-husband, I do not know what the situation is with that guy. It's just too much. It's giving too much. It's just giving too much. Well, Karen is in shock. She's not sure why the girls find Stacey boring, and she feels Stacey is just coming to her own, and you know, they should be patient, and she would definitely reveal more about herself, and they'll probably get to see her for who she is. We don't know much yet because Stacey is en route by road to North Carolina. Eventually, these girls got to their destination, and as you know, always when it comes to trips, The room stays are always very important. Who gets to get the best room? Who gets to get the washroom? Kiana and Stacey ended up getting a bunk bed. Kiana took it in good faith because she understands that there's a little bit of beef going on towards her. And Stacey, upon arrival, was so happy to be in a bunk bed. According to her, it's been a lifelong dream of hers to sleep in a bunk bed. Okay, Stacey, good on you. Very quickly, they had to discuss and address the issue of Stacey being boring. And Stacey, again, took it on her stride. This is where I feel like she is faking it. She's very pretentious. But I can understand, pretend to be happy, pretend to not let things get to you so that you just ease your way through the dynamics of the group. It's a good thing. I don't know how long this particular being Mrs. Nice is going to last for. But safe to say, I can tell you for a fact that Ashley is already pushing this girl's body into the max by oversharing her business to the group before Stacey gets the opportunity to defend herself. Okay? Now, very quickly, I do not know what happened here because during the ride, there was a conversation regarding Mia's clinginess to her friend Mia, Jacqueline's clinginess to her friend Mia. Basically, it was insinuated that Jacqueline is a sidekick, side chick, side left, side right, something of that nature. And they had to discuss this over dinner at the house where they all hung. And Mia was like, well, I am no sidekick, side chick. Yeah, I've known Mia. I'm her very best friend. Like, she goes on to deny the fact that she's not a side chick or sidekick. But then, very quickly, reminds us that she is the only best friend that Mia has ever had and Mia will ever have. Okay. And Jazzy, on the other hand, decided to use a play on words to say, well, I am the sidekick or the side chick as a joke. That did not go down well with the group dynamic because they felt she was reducing her self-worth, which I kind of agree. But I'm not going to tell these girls how to be friends and how to make friends and how to belittle themselves so that the other person can look bigger than they are. I really don't know. But it's safe to say that these friendships are just very skewed and not in the right way. They did establish the fact that, okay, Jacqueline, you're her best friend. But guess what? Mia already let us know that she's got childhood friends that she's known from way before who will be visiting the girls while they are in North Carolina. And again, it got Jacqueline a little bit tickled up because she was like, well, I have known you the longest. Okay. Sidekick, side chick, not. And then I think the most conversation that was pressing was the confrontation, or should I say conversation around the invite. And Giselle, true to form, actually sat Karen down to address that situation. In fact, letting her know how disappointed she was. Karen did apologize of sort, and let's just say they agreed to disagree because there was no way they were going to get Karen to admit wrong or admit anything other than she doesn't care. Very, very quickly, the conversation then cut across to Karen's charges. And this is where it got a little bit murky because we did not see the end of this conversation. We're going to be delving into this in the next episode. So the girls were having a boat ride, right? I think this is where what happened. And for some reason, there was a bot dial. Now, this bot dial was from Karen to Mia. Now, in this particular gathering, Mia's friends from childhood were gathered. That tickled Jacqueline off a little bit because she had to remind everyone that she's known Mia the longest. And we're like, okay, Mia, Jacqueline, no one is dragging this friendship with you. It's yours. Take it. Take it. Take it. And it got to that point of bot dialing and what was said during the dial. It was just off. I am suspecting that Mia is really on one. This is stretched to the point where we don't know if this ball down did happen because it's sort of accusing Karen of infidelity. Now, Wendy's about to turn 40. I am hoping that the girls are going to be in a peaceful place to usher Wendy's 40th. Because with this conversation kickstarting this birthday bash, it is not looking good. Now, this is where it ended. Like I said, I literally was scratching the surface for something to share with you. There wasn't much on. But I'm hoping that episode 5 packs the punch, where we get to see Karen and Mia and the rest of the group confront Karen. I'm not taking sides here. I don't even know how this is going to go. But guys, let's discuss the point of conversation today, and that is with regards to Stacey's, should I say, is Stacey boring? Is Stacey bland? Is Stacey trying too hard? What do you think? I personally think the girl is slowly easing her way into the group dynamics, even though she is a bit pretentious. She's a bit pageantry. The way she talks is just very rehearsed. Now, is this because of the fact that she was a TV host? Maybe. What do you guys think? And do you think Karen and Giselle have buried the hatchet with this particular kumbaya moment they had at dinner following the situation with the invite faux pas? Tell me what you think in the comment below. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next episode. Bye. Remember, be safe.